shout out to Tony Maceo. Tony Maceo says the truth is always in the middle, and that's 1,000% correct. Big facts. The truth is always in the middle, man. So anytime you take these real extreme views on things, right, and you forget how to reason with shit, because reason will really take you a long way. A lot of these guys forgot how to reason. Then you forget that for the most part in life, man, you want to remain neutral. Certain things, you're going to have a hard stance on, like I'll never do that, I'll never do that, I'll never smoke crack, I'll never, you know what I mean? It's certain things you're just not going to do. I'll never be a prostitute, or whatever, right? But especially when you're dealing with other people, though, you really want to remain neutral. You don't want to judge too harshly. You don't want to condemn people. You don't want to hold nobody to a standard that you know is impossible to live by. You know what I'm saying? You want to hold a good standard, but come on, man, you gotta be sensible about it. So anytime you take these real extreme stances on things, you lose your reasoning, right? For one, right? You forget about the truth, and everything is about your opinion, not understanding that your opinion could be coming from a very, very objective, hurt,
pessimistic
point of view. You know what I'm saying? Your perspective on life could be coming from a place of neglect. It could be coming from a place of deficit. And a lot of times we don't even think about that. Like, yeah, you got an opinion, but where is it coming from? You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So for a lot of us, man, I got this book, Mirror Talk. It's not just here for decoration, man. It's really should be a way of life for a lot of people. Like, yo, Jones, you got to look deep inside you, man, and figure out, okay, why do I think like this? Can I remain neutral in this situation? Those be the guys that get the most women. Truth be told, a lot of times it don't be the most handsome guy, even though, all that helps. And, you got your six-pack popping and all of that. All of these things help. A lot of times it don't be the man with the most money, but it helps. You got a lot of money, big house, big car. It be the cool dudes that can remain neutral under any given situation because he can think his way through. The thinking man is always going to win in life. The thinking woman, the person that thinks the best will come out in the end. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So when you take these extreme views on things, then, dog, yeah, you can never be objective on nothing. It's already skewed, man. You're already looking at it from a skewed point of view. So that's one thing that I noticed with a lot of these cats, man. They don't know how to be adaptable. And anytime you're living in a fantasy world of being like, oh, life should be like this, women should act like this, society should be like this, you can never go on the battlefield with a guy like me. The number one attribute that a soldier should have, the best weapon that a soldier can have, is adaptability. When you go on the battlefield that day, right? It's for all my military people, if y'all listening. When you go on the battlefield that day, you don't know the conditions. It could be raining, it could be snowing, it could be super hot, super cold. The enemy could be out, the enemy could be inside. It could be an ambush. You got to be adaptable. Now, the moment you go out there like, man, it's going to be just like it was yesterday, dog, you're going to lose your life or somebody else's life. And this is nothing but manhood training 101. Real talk. This is not just in a Ranger handbook. This is in a man handbook. You got to be the human handbook, because women should be adaptable too. As an adult, as a human, we all should be adaptable to anything.
If it rains, this is the contingency plan. If it's the desert, another contingency plan. There should always be a contingency plan
in everything you do. And if it ain't a contingency, if it's not a contingency plan in place, you should be able to do it on the spot because you trained and you're ready to go. Period. You know what I mean? So a lot of dudes don't know how to be adaptable in any situation, and they don't know how to remain neutral. So anytime you're dealing with the opposite sex, right? Anytime you're dealing with any relationship, but particularly romantic with the opposite sex, it's so many different variables that causes somebody's behavior not to be what you think it should be. Somebody could be having a bad day. Somebody could have went through a lot of trauma. Somebody could be thinking about their dead grandmother. Somebody could have had a bad day at work. Whatever. You got to understand that person is human. They ain't always going to act like how you want them to act. How you want them, when you want them to act. Now, I'm not saying drop your standard, but I'm saying, are you unreasonable? And that's where the mirror talk comes in, because as a human being, as a person, whether you're raising children, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a leader at your job, whether you're just a worker, whether, you know what I mean, you run a podcast, a radio show, a TV show, at the end of the day, can you remain neutral? Can you reason with things? You know what I mean? That's the $1 million question. So taking these extreme views on things, it doesn't help you as a person. You got to look at what it does to you. Once you get your mind in gear and start clicking on society should bend to my will, every day you wake up, you causing yourself heartache. I've been there, done that, dog. I mean, if it was up to me, anything attached to my name, I would love to micromanage. I would love to micromanage the kids. I would love to micromanage the relationship. I would love to but some things I have to trust that a person is going to do the right thing. You got to give somebody a chance. Now, if they don't get it right, boom, you come in and you set the standard and you lead by example when you show people what right look like.